You can tell when somebody's just playing around with you. The Democratic Party is playing around with the American people by saying they want to learn how to connect with men. I mean, so we're being trolled, and we're gonna talk you. We're gonna tell you why right after this. Listen, Jesse Waters has a little clip. It's not going to be a long live. I just wanted to go live. What the hell? But anyway, listen. This is our pen here. You know my channel. You've been here. I got a lot of my political reactions, and this is they actually hired a woman who was a feminist, a pro-abortionist, progressive, to actually try to find out how to best reach men. Can you imagine that? I mean, it's not even. It's you can't make this shit up. So let's let Jesse Waters talk about who this woman is, and and let's just move forward.
Just want respect and the truth. Two things Democrats abandoned because the machine told them to. But instead of earning it back, they're trying to buy it back. They just dropped 20 mil on a study about men. The project's called Speaking with American Men, SAM. And guess what? SAM's led by a lady who works in the abortion industry and used to work for Media Matters and MoveOn.org.
She's a feminist. She's all the progressive and all that kind of stuff. That is the exact reason why men are fleeing the Democrat Party for their 20% of the 80-20 rule. They're always on the 20 side. They actually are smushing it in your face as a man by putting this woman in charge.
She specializes, are you ready, in gender and extremism projects. And here's what she found. Quote, Democrats are seen as weak, whereas Republicans are seen as strong. Young men also spoke of being invisible to the Democratic coalition. $20 million for that. Hulk Hogan told you that for free. And how are you supposed to get strong when your loudest leader's tampon? Next, they asked, do Democrats know what a man is? Quote, the focus groups found that young men feel they are in crisis, stressed, ashamed, and confused over what it means to be a man in 25.
Okay. Listen, I don't know about you guys. I haven't heard one man who got testosterone and his balls hanging who said they're in crisis because of their masculinity. I mean, this is the biggest crock of bullshit. I don't know what kind of men they had at this focus group, right? This is absolutely absurd. Okay, the only men who are in crisis are the ones women think are in crisis because they don't conform to their matriarchal bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is just horseshit. I mean, you're not going to win over any man with this kind of bullshit. Well, let's go ahead and continue.
Vented about conflicting cultural messages of masculinity that put them in a no-win situation around the meaning of a man.
Okay. Listen, most men don't walk around having to define what it means to be a man. The world makes us understand that we have to earn our way through life. It was the feminists and everybody else who was trying to emasculate and demasculate men in order to elevate women. And you've done a good job. You alienated men from their sons, and you have a whole bunch of women raising men who are overly emotional, and they're just like women. So you got what you want, so you really don't want to change that because you don't want a man on his square. So in order to troll the population, you put a lady who's the antithesis of anything a man would want as the head of this damn SAMS program. It's just a joke, right? So it's $20 million wasted so you can say to somebody, yo, did something, and you found some bullshit results.
All right, so this was the men of the focus group, men who were confused about what it means to be a man, and men who are ashamed of being a man. And they found a Hispanic guy in Vegas who, shocker, doesn't love Lady Gaga. Quote, A Latino man from Las Vegas said that during the 24 campaign, Harris focused on, oh, I got Beyonce on stage with me. Oh, I got Lady Gaga on stage. And it just kind of felt like, what does that have to do with me? I'm trying to move up in life. Trump's over here like, if we're able to get a surplus in our budget, then we're going to have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Men aren't $1 million science experiment. They're studying us like we're space aliens. And just because you grow a beard and make a podcast doesn't make Democrat men manlier. Kind of makes you look like you're going undercover. And speaking of undercover,
all right,
that
is it. I wanted this short little clip to know that the Democrats are actually just trolling us with this study to say they've done something. But they haven't changed at all, because even if they really wanted to know what men are, wouldn't you think that a man would be the one who set up the questions and picked the men for the focus group, and you wouldn't put some radical feminist abortionist as the person in charge? That woman don't, she's married, by the way, and I'm going to put her name is in the hashtag. But the point really is, her ideology is the antithesis of what a real man, no, fuck the real man stuff, what a man, period, is, would probably go for. I think all the men who are still on the Democrat plantation are pretty much in trouble. They're lost. They're following their wives. They want them to have a happy life, happy wife, and all that kind of bullshit. So they'll just vote, because there's nothing in the Democratic Party that any man that I know can follow. I mean, I had some big issues and arguments with some, people in my family. I said, well, you guys are men. Are you really for gender affirming care? Are you ready? Are you really for the alphabet community, propagandizing over the airways? Are you really championing open borders? Well, Kamala Harris talking about taxing, the unrealized gains. I mean, to me, that's one of the hugest things she ever said. Listen, I would have voted for a ham sandwich over Kamala Harris any day. But anyway, I didn't want to make this thing long. I didn't have a real conversation with a whole bunch of people. Anybody popped up, thanks. Hit the like button and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to get this shit off my chest. Just say the Democrats can never, and they know they will at some point, but they can never, and I'm only using never because it's a big hope of mine, ever regain office and run a government again. Our pain, marriage, politics, and sports, over and out.